soulmates, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to cut this wide leg palazzo trouser. If it's something you like, please watch this video to the end. This is just the cutting part, but the sewing part will be uploaded later. Let's get started. First of all, I've already marked out our basic lines, our waistline, hip and our crouch line. And remember, there will be a band, so while marking you want to minus 2 inches away for your band. So first of all, we want to mark out our hip measurements. The hip I'm using is 40, so I'm just marking 10 inches all around from the waistline to the hip line down to the crouch line, and you make a straight line just as you see me doing like this. So next, we want to determine our crouch line. You know that our crouch measurements divided by 2, that will be for our crouch circumference. For our hip is divided by 4, our waist divided by 4, but for our hip, from our crotch to our knee is divided by 2. So after marking our crouch now, you use your curve to make a curve like this. Next, we want to mark out our knee measurements, our round knee measurements and our ankle measurements. And basically you are just only marking your exact measurement on the front pattern. No need to add allowance, because we're adding allowance at the back pattern. So I'm just going, after marking it out, I'm just making a straight line just as you see me doing like this. And next thing, we want to determine our darts, because it has a band, so it will be having a dart to be fitted at the bum side, at the waist and also at the bum side, but it will be free at the lap side, like it's a wide leg. So I'm taking our dart inch of 3.5, and I'm coming down by 4.5, and I'm making a straight line just as you see me doing like this. Next, I'm sharing half inches on both sides, so I'm marking it out just as you see me doing like this. And that's all for the darts. And now I'm going to mark our waist measurement. Our waist measurement divided by 4, I'll mark it out, then I'll connect it with my curve rule just as you see me like this to the hip line, just as you see me doing like this, because it will be fitted at the waist side like I said, but it will be free at the leg side. Just follow me and see. And some people want to add pockets, some people might not add pocket, but if you're adding pockets, you can just mark in, take in 3 inches or 3.5, then you can come down by 6 inches, then use your curve rule and mark it out like this. That will be for our pockets, that will serve as our pockets, just as you see me doing like this. That's all for the front pattern. As you can see, it's very easy to make. And next, let's cut it out. Cutting it out like this, we want to turn it to the other side. You want to turn it up like this, and from the dart point, you want to make a straight line down to the ankle, just as you see me doing like this. So I'm trying to make a straight line like this, because that is where we are going to cut open, that will serve as our splash and spread, and the rest we are just going to cut it out just as you see me doing like this. Just label it the front pattern. Next, let's cut out the back. In cutting out the back, you want to carry another pattern paper, place the front on it just as you see me doing like this, then you pin it around just to hold it firmly. And remember that our back pattern is always higher than our front, so if you're of a bigger bum, you can use like 1.5 or 2 inches, but for this one it's a smaller bum, so I'm just using around 1 inches to 1.5 for it. So that's all. I'm just trying to make sure that it's my paper and everything is properly placed. Next, we want to just bring out those lines. We want to extend those lines from the knee to the crouch to the hip to the waistline. You want to just extend it out just as you see me doing like this. And don't forget the down part, so it's not visible, but also extend the line of the down part just as you see me doing like this. And don't forget to extend the hip line just as you see me doing like this. And next, we want to extend the waistline just as you see me doing like this, because it will serve as a guide for the back pattern. Next, we want to mark out take out 2 inches all around. Like I said, from the front pattern we did not add allowance, but for the back pattern, that is where we're going to add our allowance. So I'm marking out 2 inches at the waist side. At the hip side I mark out 2 inches, but at the crotch length I marked out 3 inches. So I want to connect a straight line just as you see me doing like this. And then you use your curve rule to make a curve meeting the back crotch line, just like this. Damning the crotch line at that point where your straight line is between the hip side to the crotch line, you mark it out. So any answer you got in between that place, that was what you are going to mark out at the back pattern. So I'm just trying to connect it out just as you see me doing like this. Just make sure you are connecting it out very well, that is connected to the hip side, just like this. And at the knee part, you just want to mark out 2 inches all around. Like I said, those 2 inches is just for the sewing allowance for it, and I guess 2 inches is okay. You can, if you do more than that, it might be too much, but for me I prefer 2 inches. I guess 2 inches is okay. So you want to connect it out just like this. After that, at the upper part, which I said the upper part of the back is always higher than the front, so I'm just trying to mark out 1.5 inch all around, just like this. I'm sorry it's not visible, I never knew it was not visible. So I'm just trying to just make a slant line meeting the waist part, just like this. So I'm making a slant line like this. Yeah, so we make a slant line meeting the waist part like this, because of the bump at our back. So the back pattern and the front pattern are not always equal. It will be bigger than 1 inches at the waist side, or 1.5 inches or 2 inches, depending on your size of bump. So I guess 1.5 to 2 inches or 2.5 is 2 inches is okay for all size bump. Then I'm just trying to connect it out like this. Then you extend the line just as you see me doing like this from the waist side. You want to extend it up like this. And also at our back, we want to make it's not always straight. It's not always because of the shape of our bum. I don't really know how to explain it better, but our back crotch line is not as straight as the front, so it will have this curvy shape, just like this, a slant curve like this. So this is how our back crotch line will be. So that's all for the front, and that's all for the back. Next thing is to just cut it all around and your pant is ready. Next thing, we want to do our splash and spread. So at that straight line that we made at the front pattern, so we want to cut it open from both the front and the back together. So we want to cut it open just as you see me doing like this, and that's what we're going to use as our splash and spread method. That'll make it have this fuller, that'll make it have this flay vibe. Yeah, that'll make it have this flay vibe. And remember, we're not just cutting it out all, we just cut it to a little dot where we can like open it without separating both the pants together. So I'm just trying to remove the front pattern, and I want to cut open the back pattern just as you see me doing like this, and that's all for that. Next is to take it to the fabric and cut. So I'm just going to cut the front pattern first. I'm folding my fabric into two. Depends on how wide you want yours to be. If you want yours to be very full, it all depends. So I made use of 3 yards of fabric in cutting the pants. I made use of 3 yards of fabric. So because of the fuller it is, the more beautiful it is, I guess. So I'm just trying to like just pin it up, pin it down like this to have the desired fullness of pants that I want. So I'm just trying to just pin it out like After you've properly pinned, next thing is to cut it out just as you see me doing that. So I'm just trying to cut out the down parts. Like I said, sorry it's not visible, but you get to see the down part at the end of the video. So I'm just trying to cut the down parts just like this, and yeah, I'm just cutting it out just like this. The same method that is used in cutting out the front pattern, that's the same method that is going to use to be cutting out the back pattern. And this is how it's going to look like the pant. It's not straight, it's giving this curvy part, or let's say this flip part, and that's all for it. Now we are going to cut out the front, the waist part at the front, and also the same way we cut out the front. Like I said, that's the same way we are going to cut out the back, and we're just going to cut it out the side like this, the same pattern. And don't forget to cut out our pockets. We are going to cut, but I had to cut the pocket at behind the seam, then you just open it up just like this. And that's all for cutting this wide legged palazzo trouser. And don't forget to take our dart notch, because we're going to take out our dart. So I'm just trying to differentiate both the front and the back of the fabric, and that's all for it. This is how it came out. You can pair it with any top of your choice. I paired this with a smoky top. And if you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you in my next one. Bye.